Hi friends, this is Luca. I'm here in the Neo4j GraphSummit 2025, and I just met Steven that is going to share with us incredible news about Graph database. So please, Steven, introduce to my friends.
Yeah, so my name's Steven Chin. I'm VP of Developer Relations at Neo4j, and I'm excited to be here in Amsterdam at Graph Summit, where we had amazing keynotes. So we talked about what we're doing with new releases, new capabilities of our graph database with GenAI use cases, and showed some wonderful customer stories as well.
Cool, I really had a good time. We are just halfway in our journey, but I heard incredible stories about how graph databases are evolved and they are carry on in the future. So can you tell us some highlights?
Yeah, so I think one of the most incredible uses of graph databases is pairing knowledge graphs together with LLMs. It resolves a lot of the issues with hallucinations, with not getting accurate and explainable results back from your application. And we actually demonstrated this in the keynote this morning where I asked the audience a question about, like a reasoning problem that they'd solved. Now, the Graph Summit Amsterdam attendees did a great job and actually came up with the right answer, whereas the OpenAI O3 reasoning agent struggled, even after 40 seconds of processing, to come up with the right answer because of the biases and because of the challenges it has in actually thinking through things like a human does. And that's fine for a question we can reason about, but what about an enterprise problem where there's domain-specific knowledge, where it's very difficult for us to determine if the answer is right or not? We need to ground the LMs with knowledge, with information where it can answer accurately. And Sudhir showed a great example of this with a GraphRag application where he loaded up some data on Amsterdam Live, showed that the LLM could give really good responses back. And this is because knowledge graphs give you that kind of grounding that helps LLMs to answer correctly and with the right facts.
Cool. I'm quite excited about how you can connect traditional world of database with structured and unstructured data and how you can generate new value for the company. What do you think will be a good use case for 2025?
Yeah, so actually using structured and unstructured data together is one of the best uses for graph databases because it has both the ability to have a schema, but then you can also hang properties and documents and additional information off of it. And specifically for AI use cases, I think when we're looking forward, it's all moving to agentic applications where you have agents talking to agents, you have reasoning agents, which are collecting and pulling all that information together. And graph databases are really good not only as the retriever, so like we talked about, you can use GraphRag and graph databases to get knowledge, but we can also use graph databases for memory. So agentic systems need that sort of that memory, which keeps track of all the conversations, the responses, and the information coming from different systems. And that's like our human brains, memory is best explained as a graph. And there's already a bunch of startups and other folks who are using graph databases like Neo4j to great effect in agentic systems.
Wow, that's so cool because you combine together the context window, you combine the embedding that you generate with classical RAG. And I mean, I think that you are well positioned in the market. And if I remember correctly, you were one of the first database that introduced vector search last year.
Yes, actually, we're doing a workshop downstairs right now, and the attendees are doing vector search. So they're loading up a graph database, they're loading up the vector embeddings into the database, and then using that to pull back results. And the great thing about this is you can not only using the vector database to get results, but you're also taking capabilities of community grouping algorithms and cosine similarity to pull back the best and most relevant results as context for the LLM so it can answer very accurately.
Wow, amazing. And if you have a magic wand, where do you think we are going?
Yeah, so I think like when you look towards the future,
Yes.
it's a lot of what we're moving towards is agents and like systems talking to each other. There's a lot of usage of graph technologies behind all of this to support the ecosystem. And there's also a lot of great research. So we have a website, graphrag.com. And what we do is we summarize the latest research papers, kind of the bleeding edge research happening in universities, in different companies, and kind of bring those algorithms down and those research papers down to a level where developers and folks who are implementing systems can understand it and start to apply some of the latest and greatest patterns.
Wow, that's amazing. But if somebody is new to this world, what's the best way to start?
Yeah, so I think the best starting place is on Neo4j's website. We have a program called Graph Academy. It's entirely free training. We have a GraphRag course to build a chatbot in Python or in JavaScript, and that's a great free way that you can get started, build your own application, and actually put some of this bleeding edge technology to use for your own business use cases.
Cool, that's amazing. My audience like hands-on things. So thank you so much, Stephen. And how we can keep in touch? What's the best way?
I mean, reach out to us as a team on Neo4j's website and our community forums. We also have a Discord server if people want to like chat on Discord, and we love engaging with community. So really want to meet all of your viewers and other folks and learn about what you're able to do with graph databases and new technologies.
Cool, I'm super excited. Let's rock 2025. Thank you.